and it was horrible, and it was all because I had no idea what I was doing, and I wish someone had told me this before. Everything you need to know about benzoyl peroxide and acne. I actually have flashbacks of when I was younger and it just completely dried out my skin because I had no idea what I was doing. I used to come out the shower and end up with this sort of dry, peeling skin at the edge of my hairline, and it was horrible, and it was all because I had no idea what I was doing. So I wish someone had told me all these things before. If you're new here, I'm Dr. Sapna. I suffer with acne and I've studied dermatology, and that makes me the perfect person to talk about it. So hit subscribe and the like button if you love all things skincare. So let's get started. What is benzoyl peroxide and how does it work? It's basically a chemical compound that's been universally used to treat acne. It's been around for a really long time, and doctors have been using it to treat acne since the 1930s. Now, it's often as a serum or treatment that you use at night, and here are the 3 ways that it works against acne. Number 1, it decreases your sebum production. There are 3 main steps to acne formation. One of them is oil production. The benzoyl peroxide can help control that excessive oil production from the surface of the skin. Number 2, benzoyl peroxide is antibacterial against Cutibacterium acnes. This is the main bacteria that's contributing to inflammation in the pilosebaceous glands, contributing to acne and pimples and spots. Number 3, it helps break down dead skin cells that are trapped at the surface of your pilosebaceous units. It causes keratolysis, which is the breakdown of those dead skin cells at the top layers of our skin. This effective shedding can help prevent acne as well. Benzoyl peroxide actually targets all 3 stages of acne formation. I'll leave a link to my video where I discuss this in much more detail, and you can kind of use that information to treat your acne. I'll link it here and also in the description box below. Now, this all sounds great and dandy, and why doesn't everyone use benzoyl peroxide? But actually, it is not that simple. There are actually loads of side effects, and you really need to know how to manage it, and I'll get to that a bit later in this video. Now, these are the top 3 ways I would suggest using benzoyl peroxide. Number 1, benzoyl peroxide gel. Now, there are a couple of different brand names for this, Benzac, Acnecide, but they're all benzoyl peroxide. They tend to come in 2.5, 5 and 10% solutions. It's essentially used as a serum or spot treatment. So for benzoyl peroxide, I actually recommend only using it in the affected areas. So for me, the main area would be around the chin, but when I was younger, it was probably more around my nose, and I wish someone had told me this before. As always, with these strong active acne fighting ingredients, I say build up slowly. So start using it 2 to 3 times a week and seeing how your skin tolerates it. Now, it's available from 2.5% all the way up to 10%. So which one should you choose? Actually, a lot of the research says that there are no increased benefits from increasing the percentage of benzoyl peroxide. But actually, from higher percentages, you can get irritant dermatitis or inflammation and irritation from using something that's too strong for your skin. Instead, I'd opt for 2.5 or 5% of the benzoyl peroxide gel. Number 2 is the benzoyl peroxide cleansers. Again, these tend to come in 2.5 or 5% solutions. And actually, this is perfect for more sensitive skin. If you are like prone to redness and already have dry skin, this might be something better for you. If you have like mild acne and just a bit of congestion, it might even be worth trying this first before you cause any irritation to your skin. I actually love recommending it to patients who also have acne on their back and body, because in a cleanser format, you can kind of use it in the shower, all over your body, wherever you have acne. Number 3, combination formulas. This is where it gets juicy for doctors. Now, doctors can prescribe benzoyl peroxide in combination with other active acne fighting ingredients. And this is where all the research shows you have far greater benefit. They end up acting as a dual action formula that helps fight your acne from 2 different mechanisms. This is why I always say see your doctor for acne and rosacea, because we have access to prescribe you active ingredients that you can't get over the counter. For example, combining benzoyl peroxide with clindamycin, which is an anti-inflammatory antibiotic that is commonly used for acne, can increase the efficacy of the benzoyl peroxide alone. Some studies even show that it makes it twice as effective. You can also combine it with acne fighting retinoids. Adapalene is the most common one, and they make this preparation called Epiduo with adapalene and benzoyl peroxide. Now, this massive study of 1,670 patients found that the benzoyl peroxide and adapalene combination was more effective for acne than either of those 2 alone. That was a study conducted in mostly Caucasian skin in the USA and North America. So unfortunately, like always, there's far more research to be done. Like I said, if benzoyl peroxide is so good for acne, why is everyone not using it? It's actually because of these 3 main side effects and stages that you need to be aware of. And actually, there's a secret 4th and 5th side effect that not everyone talks about. Number 1 is dryness. You will notice that your skin is more dry because it's producing less oils, and that's part of how the benzoyl peroxide works. At this stage, when it's just a little bit of dryness, most people can tolerate it fine. All you have to do is increase the amount of moisturizer or the thickness of the moisturizer that you use. You might also want to switch to a more gentle routine outside of that. Next is peeling. Now, if you've let your dryness kind of last too long and become a prolonged issue that you're not targeting with the changing of your skincare routine, it will lead to peeling. Now, peeling becomes really, really apparent when you wear makeup. You see that the makeup attaches to that peeling skin and makes it look far more dry and cracked. For most people, this is where like alarm bells go off and they'll stop using the benzoyl peroxide. Instead of letting your skin get that far where you have to stop using it, it's best to kind of slow it down early to prevent this happening in the first place. 3 is inflammation. Now, some people with more sensitive skin, or if you've been using it too aggressively, can get far more aggressive reactions to the benzoyl peroxide. You can get redness, erythema, and almost swelling of the skin as well. This is when you definitely need to stop your benzoyl peroxide and reset your skin. Don't let your skin get this far. You don't want it to be red and irritated because it takes a lot longer to heal and won't be helping your acne. Number 4 is these like little whiteheads. Now, people don't talk about this as a stage of inflammation very often because people just think my skin is only inflamed if it's really red, hot, and sore. But actually, if your skin is inflamed and you are compromising the surface of your skin, the skin barrier, you can get these tiny little whiteheads that appear. Now, they're very, very superficial and they're very, very tempting to just pop. Now, what most people think, and what I used to think, was that this was my acne resurfacing, or this was my acne getting worse, but actually it's because of the inflammation. You essentially knock off some of the top layers of your skin cells, and while your skin is trying to heal, it tries to grow over it. But sometimes it can trap oil and bacteria that build up under the surface and creates that tiny little whitehead at the surface of your skin. Now, don't give in to temptation and don't pop those whiteheads. Instead, try and calm down the inflammation that's causing that and allow your skin barrier to heal, because that's what's causing those really, really superficial whiteheads. Number 5 is that benzoyl peroxide can actually bleach your clothes. I remember as a kid, I used to use the benzoyl peroxide on my back and chest. I used to find that the tops of my pajamas always had little bleach stains on them, and it was all because of the benzoyl peroxide. They do write this on the leaflets and pamphlets that come with the solution, but I just never really realized. But if you don't want to ruin your clothes and pillowcases, make sure it is completely dried down and settled before you get into bed. Now, I'll just give you 3 main ways you can target these side effects so that you can still get the benefits of using benzoyl peroxide for acne. Number 1, less is more. I definitely say this with all acne fighting ingredients. You have to be really careful to avoid the side effects. You don't need as much as you think you do. Now, the best way to do that is to actually just target it to where you have acne. So I would target it around my chin where I do get acne, and it will help control the oil production there. You really don't need it across your whole face because it will just cause excessive dryness on those areas that you don't need it. Number 2 is short contact therapy. If you find that you're getting too many side effects, you might want to try just using it for a couple of hours and actually rinsing it and washing it off your face before you go to bed. Or you can just switch to those cleanser options that will give you a similar type of effect without leaving it on your skin for too long and causing those side effects. Number 3 is having a gentle skincare routine outside of this. When you start using benzoyl peroxide and you're still working out what your skin can and can't tolerate, you really don't need other excessive acne fighting ingredients. So I wouldn't use any extra exfoliating acids, any extra retinoids whilst you start using benzoyl peroxide. Instead, take it really, really easy with gentle products to see what your skin can tolerate, because everyone's skin is a bit different, so you have to see what works for you. Now, I do just want to say, if you have severe acne, benzoyl peroxide will not be enough. You need to see a doctor for far more powerful skincare ingredients. Benzoyl peroxide is a good idea if you have mild acne or just a little bit of congestion as well. Anything more severe than that, anything with cystic, inflamed acne, you need to see a doctor for far more options. I hope this was helpful. If it was, give it a thumbs up below. If you've used benzoyl peroxide and you want to try salicylic acid or BHAs instead, check out my video going into a deep dive about how it works and what's best for targeting acne. Thanks for watching.